Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. In this short segment about the DCEU, this is a new discovery that I found on Rorschach's Journal podcast on Twitter. What it appears to be concept art for possibly the original Aquaman Atlantean invasion in the Aquaman film. This apparently didn't happen, of course. We actually all saw it. They had a war under the water and eventually came to the surface, but nowhere near what this appears to be Sydney, Australia. Now, these pictures do show a date of September of 2016, so this was probably very early concept art of Atlanteans attacking the Sydney, Australia, possibly being led by King Orm himself. Now, this is all great and cool, and the designs are really weird looking, nothing like what we saw in Aquaman, but if you look really closely, and one of them, you don't have to look very closely at all, it's in fact Batman has joined the fray. Batman in his flying fox, the flying fox that you actually see in the Justice League movie. This is early concept. What appears to be possibly Justice League members helping out in this Atlantean siege on Sydney, Australia. And in fact, even closer as you go closer to the far upper left of this one picture, as you zoom in a little bit closer, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Superman. Superman joins the fray. Superman and Batman. Not just Superman and not just Batman, but Superman and Batman has appeared in Sydney, Australia to help fight against the Atlanteans. Now, this is incredible stuff. This is something that never happened in James Wan's Aquaman movie. When you take a step back, and you're thinking about the Aquaman film, you're like, well, I think that may have been too soon to have a whole Justice League form up in a Aquaman solo film. Aquaman needs his time of day. This is kind of what he was trying to do. He was trying to get the unite the seven seas together, and this whole Atlantean siege would have maybe taken a little bit away from his story a little bit, and may not have worked as well as it did in the actual James Wan film. But I gotta say, I really wish I could have seen this. I really wish there is a universe where this actually happens and you actually see Batman and Superman helping alongside Aquaman, possibly and probably Wonder Woman, the Flash, Cyborg. All those people come up and start to help in this Atlantean siege. Now, maybe in the future, perhaps maybe even Aquaman 2, we could have this actually happen. As in fact, we've already got our Aquaman origin film, and Avengers and the Marvel Universe show that we can throw in different heroes in different stories to add to the story because we know these other heroes exist. What if we go through that whole Thrones of Atlantis, perhaps Queen Atlanta dies, and Black Manta somehow gets involved, gets King Orm to actually attack the mainland, attack Sydney, Australia, and we have this huge, incredible battle that comes out of the ocean, just like how you see in this concept art here. And then Jason Momoa, or Arthur Curry, in fact, he goes and tries to searches for help, searches for friends, and in fact gets the Justice League members to help him in his cause to push back the Atlantean soldiers and try to get his brother back into his good graces. Perhaps maybe his brother is misguided, thought that Arthur Curry killed their mother. Who knows? Something like that. I could actually see that happening. And boy, would that be such a really cool movie. It'll be kind of like the ending of Justice League Thrones of Atlantis, the little movie that Jay Oliva had done, in which there is a huge Atlantean soldiers are going onto the land, and then the Justice League members have to fight it back, but it's still an Aquaman-centered story, right? They're just popping in here to help him a little bit, but mostly it's still focused on Arthur Curry's story and Mara's story, and I think it could still work like that in an Aquaman sequel. But what do you think? Would you want to see Justice League members helping Arthur and Aquaman and Chimera in their battle against Atlantean soldiers, or even Atlantean soldiers led by King Orm, possibly tricked by Black Manta, things like that. Would you want to see that? I definitely would. Come on now, that scene would be incredible. You see a flying fox come in, all losing all hope. The flying fox comes in, Superman comes in, and then Arthur comes on and says, "These are my friends, and we're gonna stop this war right now." That would be an incredible scene. Well, that is it for this little itty bitty segment for about the DCEU. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.